Okay, gorgeous ones. I'm just gonna give it a moment to settle and then I will get down to um, talking. If you're joining me live, welcome. I did try to get on just about an hour ago, I think, outside when I was out and about. As some of you probably know, in Edinburgh today we have a procession of the Queen coming through. So I was out and about and I was trying to get on, but the Wi-Fi or the data didn't support it. I think there were just way too many people. So I'm glad I'm back for a moment, a jiffy. That's the pleasure of living in a city and just being able to just go out on foot anytime. So I'm popping back in and just connecting with all of you as promised, and I am so delighted I'm here. So if you are watching live, my beautiful one, please say hello. And if you are watching on a replay, always say hello, hashtag replay. I love just connecting with all of you. As you know, this is a safe space. This is a multi-dimensional space. So wherever you are when you're watching this, you're absolutely connected. Okay, my loves? All right. So one of the things that actually inspired me to come on here today was the idea of tea medicine as, or tea medicine as the medicine of the soul. And while I went through the initiation over the weekend, and it was just so powerful with all the energies that were emerging, there was some disintegration, there were some dreams that came alive, and then there are some fire that were put into my belly. And so much has happened since I put this topic up. And one of the things that emerged very clearly for me is that I want to share with you the important message that I hope you can take away today and start to embody, and or at least get curious about. The fact that you are never separate from plants, or what we know as plant medicine. Plant medicine has been so prevalent, isn't it? I mean, you must have heard of ayahuasca, you must have heard of all the plant spirit medicinal ceremonies that are really very much coming into the sphere of perhaps modern spirituality. And that's all good, you know, wherever you are on your spiritual path, whenever you're drawn to something, there's always a reason. It's always part of your path, and there's no right or wrong. I truly believe this, because it always initiates you into a greater truth. And the real challenge, I think, is, are you ready to really be initiated into the greater truth when the truth asks of you to disintegrate? Hello, beautiful. Hello, beautiful. All of you, thank you so much for joining me. I really wanted to pose this question because when we do not see what is real within us, it's really difficult for us to be real with the world. Hello, Rose. I was about to respond to your message. I will do so after this. Beautiful sister. I wanted to really share that whatever that you deem outside of yourself, whether it is what I share here, you know, plant medicine, psychosomatic healing, bioenergetic healing, sound healing, whatever it is, it doesn't have a great radical impact when you are not willing to sit still enough for your authentic self to emerge. When you continue to sit in a separation from that, you know, whether it's a mentor or a healer or whatever it is, even like a tree that you feel a deep connection with, you know, that energy needs to merge with yours in order to create a radical shift in you. And what I mean is deeply, deeply, that soulful emotional charge that you have when you connect with someone or something. If we create a ritual, for example, and we feel that, oh, that ritual is beyond us, that ritual needs to be done in a certain way, but you don't put your heart into it, that radical revolutionary spirit is lost. It's simply lost because there is no heart. And when we speak about radical shifts and radical transformation, what really goes into it is just that. It's just the heart. And whenever I talk about this, my entire body just burns up. It is in this fiery, icy element at the same, all at once, all at the same time. Because it really is about realizing that what can be truly radical for us right now is, yes, you can choose to connect with what feels deeply resonant with you. And secondly, connect with heart. Don't come with that skepticism. Come with an openness. Come with a, ooh, I wonder what will happen if I put all of myself into this. Come with that curiosity, not, well, if it doesn't work out, at least I kind of didn't put myself into this. And thank God I'm not disappointed because I didn't put my whole heart into this. I knew it was going to disappoint me anyway. Not like that. And in the same fashion, it can be reflected in so many ways in your life when you act in that way. In the spirit of ceremony, it really asks of you to drop in. It's asking you to drop away all that you knew, you think you know, and all that you expect to happen. And when you truly do, that's when the magic unfolds, because you are allowing the great mystery to come in. You're allowing the mystery of the great Tao to remind you that you are an eternal presence. You are a cosmic being. You are an infinite being. You are infinite light. That's when the magic unfolds, because I don't really see why I should really beat around the bush anymore, in a sense, about what it takes to truly live on purpose in your authentic power. And I think there are a lot of beautiful women out there doing the work and serving from their heart. But my question really comes down to, is this really something coming from you deeply when you truly put yourself out there, when you truly put your heart into something that you're creating? Is that what you're doing? I suppose that's the question. I should rephrase that. Is that what you're really doing right now? Or are you kind of going into things half-baked? I had a moment where I truly felt so enlivened when I was holding that bowl of tea, when I was being served. And that moment I will always remember. I take that with me. And though that was the first time I truly heard Tea Spirit speak with me, there will be many more times when the Spirit will speak with me and speak to me. And it is really up to me to listen, to say, okay, I'm here, I'm hearing you, and what do I need to do next to go forth? plant medicine can only work when you allow the plant to come in right here in your heart space. And the heart is a really important and almost radical space, because it's truly profound. Like sometimes it just blows my mind how much more we can open. Like even for myself, every single day I come into this space, I come into my devotion, I come into my practice, and I ask my heart to open up even more than it is already open. And let it be said, I have always built a fortress around my heart. I always felt super scared that I would be hurt, I will be let down, or that I won't be loved the way that I expected that I would be loved. Yeah. But when I finally came into this space, what really happened was there was a melting away, and then there was a huge rebuilding of what it means to be loved and what it means to give love. And I see this in so many women, the difficulty, the inability to receive love. And this is such an important thing that we must acknowledge. If we cannot give to ourselves what we truly want, no matter what you get from the outside of yourself, it will never be enough. You will see it as something suspicious, or you might see it as, oh my God, when is she going to stop giving it to me? Or when is he going to stop giving it to me? And whenever I find myself feeling hurt or kind of like let down, I mean, I'm human, obviously, so I get those moments. I really want to say, the minute I feel all those things, I can have a human moment of like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Maybe that's just so, something that I put so much hope in and now it's let me down. Or that, oh, it's not worth trying because what if I fail? What if no one comes? And the plant, tea spirit, always brings me back to center. And obviously, working with the spirit, my body starts to reawaken those sleeping parts of me so that I can start to turn my perspective into a multi-dimensional perspective. And I bring that energy that I have disseminated outside of myself back into my heart space, back into my solar plexus, back into my belly. And I deeply, deeply breathe in the joy of this lesson, because every single moment when I feel triggered is a lesson. That is when the medicine starts to work through me. A lot of people think that the chi or the life force is like a solid thing that you can cultivate, that you can see and hold sometimes even, and build. A lot of people say that. But what the life force really is, what chi really is just that movement. It's movement of energy. So when your energy is moving and flowing, that's when you actually feel the healing happening, your perspective shifting, the light coming through the clouds as we speak. That's the moment when you finally see, or at least I do, that, oh, I feel angry at that because, or I feel disappointed at that because, or I feel like whatever. And that's when that block is being alchemized. That's when you have that moment of radical transformation. And then realizing that you are allowing more of your infinity in. What happens next, you ask? Well, we continue on the journey because it is a spiral. We keep spiraling upward. And we want to become more and more conscious of this happening so that we don't hit against the wall or hit rock bottom all the time when this is happening. So that we understand that when we dive deep, when we come down to the valley of the void, we need to know that that is a fertile ground for new things to come in. And when we hit that space of disintegration, we understand that it's not because you've done something wrong, but rather there is more room to build new things, more room for new things to come in, so that we don't get fearful of letting go of things that are already dead. And even dead things are not a bad thing. They are merely here to fertilize the ground for new life to come through. And yes, there will be a stage where you need to nourish that new seed, to allow that to sprout, to burst through the ground as well. That is why there is no quick fix. There is no such thing as, oh, I am spiritual now and that's it, I'm done, I know everything. No fucking way. And the tea spirit teaches me this every single day. Every day. She asks me, do you want to alchemize this today? Or should I come back the next day? She is so mothering. She is so gentle and patient. And yet she has clear messages every single time. Every single time she emerges, she has clear messages. And it is always saying, it's up to you. If you're ready to take it in today, take it in. If you're not, come back again and I'll speak to you again. And yes, I have had moments when I was caught in that unknown space, in that victimhood space for a long time. I felt like, oh, I'm the black sheep, nobody understands me. I felt like, oh, you know, I can't do that because I am this. I don't have enough experience, and so I can't charge that amount of money for doing what I do. I have been in that space for a long time. And so I understand that. I see that immediately now in women who come and work with me. And it is my responsibility to always say, it is your choice to choose to sit still enough in your authentic self to allow that to emerge. Because I truthfully think anyone who tells you that they can teach you to be authentic in a way where, you know, they have strategies and whatever it is, I wonder if that is truly who you are. I wonder. Because I've been through that, you know, I've done it all, you know, I'm deeply, deeply devoted to education. And so whenever I feel that it is something that will expand me, I would invest. No questions asked. And I love being with women who truly empower me, truly show me and inspire me and really bring that heart energy into me. And nothing is lost. Sometimes you outgrow the mentor. Sometimes you're done with that lesson and you move on to the next. Sometimes that lesson needs to come in solitude. It's all good. It's all good. That is why when I created the Siren Goddess, I really, really wanted this to be almost like a pilgrimage, a heart remembrance, a journey back to your own Tao. Not anyone else's Tao, but your own Tao, because it always starts from yourself. And when you are all aligned back in your Tao and you're on that path, then we can talk about spreading your wings into creating the impact that you're born to have in the collective Tao. Because we don't need any more healers who are suffering when they're serving the world. We want to have healers who understand and embody their cosmic magnificence. We want healers who are at one with the plants, at one with the minerals, at one with the water, at one with the heaven. Today, when I was sitting with tea, I heard it clearly. You're not just a bridge between heaven and earth. You are heaven and earth. That is that sensation of, wow, how does it feel to be living on purpose in your authentic power? And this is something that I posted in my private Facebook group, the Siren Goddess Collective. How does it feel when you are living on purpose in your authentic power? And, I don't want to see like amazing or whatever. It's amazing. Yes, it is. But I want to ask you to take a moment and really tune in. Because here's the thing. We are living in such a fast-paced kind of world, right? Like this dimension is like asking us to be quick. We scroll, we don't stop, we're not still enough, we don't give enough time to really read through anything anymore, and let alone feel into anything. And so when I ask, how does it feel to live on purpose in your authentic power, I'm asking you to really feel into it, because every emotional tension and emotional charge that you feel heightens your ability to manifest what you really desire. It no longer becomes a want, but is actually a reality, because you already feel it. You're already drawing it into this reality when you feel it. So yes, it feels fucking magnificent. It feels great. It feels amazing. But what is it in here, right? How does it feel here in your body? Truly feel it. Truly feel your cells being enlivened. Truly feel your heart exploding. Or maybe even your belly feels a little bit fluttery, right? Maybe your throat is closing up even sometimes if you think about it. But let that feel real. What is it like to live on purpose in your authentic power? How many people are buying your offerings? Who is sharing your sacred work, right? How many clients do you have in your space? Who are you building a relationship with? Where are you living? Are you traveling? Are you traveling first class, business class? What is it? Really, really just drop yourself in there entirely, fully. Not when I'm there, but I'm there already. And I'm just really, really there. When I'm in ceremony with tea, that is the beauty and the magic of tea ceremonies. It brings you there. It takes you there. And yes, there are moments when women come into my space, they're not sure what's happening, and like they're curious, but they're like, oh, a little bit skeptical. And it's really something I experienced so much that I've created a little journey to take them in, so that they can start to really move with their body and to learn deeply how to bioenergetically heal and start to actually come from a different perspective, because that perspective will never be activated until you actually enliven that energy circuit in your body, your meridian, your circuit, the flowing energy that I was talking about. And so, yes, there are many, many modalities out there, my loves, but this is something that I find truly powerful. And to combine that with embodiment practices and the ancient wisdom of Taoist healing modalities and also tea medicine, it all just became this beautiful, beautiful experience, embodied experience. And one of my clients, she really is everything. I mean, I really am so proud of her. She went from suicidal and depressed to really living on purpose, like really having the courage to say, yes, there are some relationships in my life that are crumbling and I need to start to rebuild, and also to start her business. her witchy business. It is divine. And one of the things I'm going to share is also that when she first came in working with me, she mentioned that she's ADD. And towards the end of our sessions, our time together, it's a 3-month immersion, by the way, if you're interested to know. I brought that up and she said, I don't really think that's the label for me anymore. And I was like, yes. Because, I get really real with my clients, and I get real with you here as well. If you have any labels that you think is constricting your ability to really become the remarkable, magnificent self that you are, let's talk. Because there are ways that we can work through them and actually allow them to become something for you and not against you. That is how powerful this work is. And I see that in her every single day now. She's got the amazing tea practice as well. And she's making it her own, honoring tea in her own way. And I'm so proud of her. I just love seeing this. And I saw how this can change millions of women. And I'm here not backing down. I'm going to speak the truth. I'm going to keep spreading this beautiful practice, this amazing magic that women need to know so that they can be truly in their power. So my loves, I have a 2-day embodied experience, absolutely free, that you can join. It's called Unflinching Intimacy, by the way. And if that is something you feel called to join, it's absolutely available. Link is in my bio. It's also in the description. And I can't wait to hold space for you because we're going to get real. It is for people who are for women who are ready to rise. They're so done with just playing small, half-baked ambitions, who are really here to stay the course and root in. And despite everything, they're going to rise. That is who it is for. It is for you. Register now so that you can join me in the Zoom space. And if you are also in the Siren Goddess Collective, you are also able to see the replay and also join us. Sending you all so much love. I've gone on long enough. I really wish you all the love in the world, my love. You truly are meant to rise. So don't let any of your fears stand in your way. Move with faith because everything's happening for you. And sometimes it takes a difficult decision and it feels fucking scary. But once you make it, you know life will never be the same again. And life is too short to live it half-baked. Yeah? Sending you all so much love. Big kisses, blessings.